So I recently learned that there's a trend on TikTok called shifting. Sometimes called reality shifting, apparently it's just a way of training your mind to enter a new reality. And although I don't spend much time on TikTok, I certainly do dedicate a great deal of my time in my coaching practice helping people to shift their energy and recognize the power of perception and how their mindset is creating their reality. You know, we've all met the person who sees only what's lacking or needing or fixing, those who measure themselves and others as not enough or maybe even too much. And come on, we've all been there. We've all been in that mindset. It's not a type. It's a way of looking at things. Someone else might look at that very same person, place, thing, or situation and have a completely opposite point of view and experience something different. Well, how we choose to look at or think about things triggers an emotion, which then leads to the action that we take in response to that perception. So we take information through the filters we've developed, our consciousness, which is shaped by our interpretations, assumptions, our past experiences, and ultimately what makes us feel safe. If we perceive a situation as being potentially dangerous, we might then feel scared and react by avoidance or engage defensively and start an argument or fight. It's a default reaction. A different point of view or perception might lead to a more harmonious experience of engagement. So we've all had moments where we've done something that we wished we hadn't and asked ourselves, what was I thinking? Well, that is a great question, but also completely useless in retrospect. If we can draw awareness around what we are consciously thinking in each moment and how it's affecting us, we can start to engage in all aspects of our inner and outer lives with more energy and create the life we want to lead. Sounds great, Lisa. So how do we start shifting our energy? Well, here are 5 stages of engagement for you to consider. So as I go through them, think about when and where you show up this way and what the benefit might be of shifting your perspective. Keep in mind, as we go through these, that none is bad or good, and don't even get me started on the word better. The important thing here, the key, is to draw awareness around how you're showing up and where and when you might want to shift it. It's that easy, and it's entirely up to you. So the first stage of engagement, the mindset is, I can't engage. We've all been there. There's no shame here. The perception is that you have no power. It's out of your control. And you know what? Sometimes you just need to walk away and disengage or retreat. This is also where burnout and overwhelm reside. The second stage, the mindset is, I have to engage. If I don't, I'll fail. Or only I can, or it won't be done right. There are high levels of fear and internal and external judgment here. The idea that you've got to fight for what you want. This stage is so effective to motivate yourself short term. It's supercharged, but unsustainable. And when all is said and done, it can result in overwhelm and burnout, which indeed will drop your ability to engage down to that first stage again. The third stage is what I call I need to or should, which I also call could with shame. I need to engage because it's better than not engaging. And anyways, how bad can it be really? So awareness and responsibility is strengthening in this stage. There's a sense that although many things are still out of your control, you can focus on the things that you can control and that you know you need to do. The fourth stage is what I call I want to. I want to engage because it feels good. I get something out of engaging at this stage. It might be attached to that feeling rather than the deeper meaning of why you do something, but still, it feels good. It feels good to solve problems. And you know what? my friends really need me. This is the giver. The fifth stage is where the mindset is, I choose to engage. I choose to engage because there's so much to learn and grow, so much to choose from. It's good for you and it's good for me. Where do I begin? Stage 6 is a game changer. I call it, I get to. It's choice with gratitude. Everything, no matter how small, is appreciated for what it is. No judgment or criteria, just the added discretionary engagement energy when you realize not only can I, but I get to. In French, they call shifting déplacement. I feel it's only apropos that I mention it here, as I'm spending a great deal of my life in the eastern townships of Quebec these days. What is it about French culture that makes everything sound and taste so good? Art, food, bright primary colors, they all seem more vibrant, tactile, or delectable here. Or do they? Maybe it's just my perspective. I'm Lisa Hopkins. Thanks so much for listening. Stay safe and healthy, everyone, and remember to live in the moment.